It's Thursday. I'm Richard Matharoo. That means a brand new episode of Free Coaching Thursday, where I answer my audience's questions on building a business, typically online. So maybe this is the day that the burning question that you've got about your business is answered. I've got about 3 or 4 questions. Let's dive right in with my honest answers direct from the field. I'll be back in a second. Okay, welcome back. So let's go straight to the questions. My sister started making money online blogging. Well done, your sister. She's using AdSense right now, but are there other ways she can make money with her blog? Yeah, absolutely, and I'd recommend that she does. AdSense obviously works for her, but typically the margins aren't that great. You know, AdSense is always you giving away a percentage, in fact, a large percentage of the profit for someone to place ads on your website, okay? The better move, the smarter move, if you are now making money like your sister is, she's probably got an understanding of a target audience, their needs, hence she's creating blogging content that's bringing them to her site. So it's only the same action, just in a monetization format, to be able to create her own products, or to reach out to someone who is already creating a product for her audience and striking up a one-on-one relationship with that person. Let's say, for example, it doesn't mention here what niche she's in, but maybe she is, let's say, creating makeup reviews. Okay, those are popular these days. Let's say it's a blogging about makeup and she's reviewing, doing tutorials for makeup. And she's got AdSense to do on her website right now. Well, it would be a smarter move, as opposed to just being general with the adverts, to actually go and strike up a mutual relationship with a makeup creator that she's using that makeup of. Probably going to get much more of a higher conversion on that. Or maybe she could create a info product which goes through all the tutorials that you could possibly want to see for your eyes, the different, I don't know about makeup, right? But there's loads of different types, right? She could create a tutorial about that and keep all of the profit, because that's an info product that she could sell. So create your own products, strike up relationships with individual affiliates. I would say both of those allow you to be more specific, have more control, and keep more of the margin. So those would be great suggestions for your sister. Next question. How can someone make money online giving advice? It's like, hello, right? That's what I do. I would say the best way to make money online giving advice is to be like, there's a shift, definitely. Like before, people, and even now, there is an advancement in marketing. People learn what to say on video, or what to say in a podcast, or how to, string a sales funnel together. They can learn those things fairly quickly. But at the end of the day, the end product, the end result is going to be what counts. It's going to be what keeps you passionate about what you do, because we're all ethical people, right? I believe in the human race, right? And I don't think I think it's a tiny slice that are unethical. I really do think people will want to help. I mean, I remember reading something profound once. It said every time there's a crisis, like there's horrible things in the world, like terrorism, that kind of things, just watch how many more people try and help. Watch how many more people try and help the survivors, donate to funds, donate their time. Like, there's more people trying to clear up a mess created by a minority, always. And I believe the same is true in business. I don't think people go out there to try and steal from people, be dishonest. But you've got to be aware and have your eyes open that the quality of what you deliver, the solution to the problem that you provide, is really where it matters. Like, I invest a lot of time and a lot of money, a serious amount of discipline, into improving my skills and improving my results in my business. Then I relay that back in my information. I don't just read these questions, even in this free video on YouTube. I don't read the questions and go, I'll have a crack at that. I know the answer. I'm not saying it's the only answer, but I know that the answer I give, it works, because I've already done it. I've taken time to spend time with people who've done it too. I've taught people and seen it work in their business. So I've taken time to improve my skill set, apply those skills in my business, and then feed back what actually works and what doesn't from doing it in the field. So giving advice online and making money about it, what problem can you solve for people already? Or what are you passionate about learning to solve? Because it isn't going to be enough just for you to pass on other people's information. At some point, you're going to have to show that the advice you're giving, you can walk the walk as well as talk the talk, right? Someone turns around to me and says, well, what do you know about making money online? I'm like, well, I built a 6-figure business giving advice, making money online. What do you know about making money online? Blogging. Well, I've got a blog, and that blog has created a heck of a lot of money for me over the years. So the first 2 questions straight away, I can give good advice about that. Your audience will be able to tell, 1, if you care, 2, if you're passionate, and 3, if you've actually used the advice to gain results on what it is you're teaching. And people can just, you can listen to me and can tell there's a level of confidence. I'm not trying to be show off. I'm giving you how it is, right? You want to be the same way. Next question. We'll do a couple more. As someone who is in her mid-20s, that doesn't matter, no point mentioning that, how can one start the process of earning income from multiple sources, earn passively? So whenever I see somebody pre-frame a question like that, as someone who is in her mid-20s, as someone who is in their 80s, as a female I've seen, someone maybe talk about as a religious person, different ethnicities, different... These are things that that individual thinks make a difference, and they don't. Okay, we live in a world these days where the world is wide open for you to become an entrepreneur, and it's easier than ever. It isn't easy, maybe less hard is a better term. It's less hard than it ever has been to be an entrepreneur and to generate income from multiple sources. Number one, well, it's because of the internet, but number one specifically in the internet, because you can listen to people like me and other people who give advice who've already done it. Can you imagine trying, even 20 years ago, 30 years ago, saying, how do I make money on this internet thing? Like, how do I make money as a business owner? It will be very difficult for you to kind of break into and even happen to know someone local to you who you could go to, convince them to give you advice or pay a lot of money. That was your options. Nowadays, you can go on YouTube, you can subscribe to people like myself, you can get our products, our info products, you can literally get step-by-step processes of what is working in the field. So the actual knowledge is open to you. And then if you've got an internet connection, the ability for you to apply that knowledge is also available to you as well. Again, going back 20 or 30 years, even if you've got that advice, do you have the capital to create a physical business, hire staff, buy in stock, pay taxes and rent and all those other overheads on that premises? Because that was the only way back then, right? There was so much of a steeper barrier for entry. Nowadays, if you want to earn passively, there are multiple ways you can do that. So pick the first way that you would like to gain passive income. Find someone that is gaining passive income that way and is teaching other people to do it too. Buy their products so you can learn what they've done, and then apply it. Review and refine as you go along. It's literally just time and effort. Like when you ask that question, are you meaning how can I do it like that? Well, that's a different question. That's something I would say isn't impossible, but it is improbable. Trying to rush those things is not a good idea because the reward is worth the effort. But if you're just saying, as a whoever, male, female, 20s, 40s, 60s, black, white, pink, I don't care about that. Nobody else does either when you're building a business. So don't pre-frame your way in that box, number one, because nobody else cares. And number two, you have the world as your oyster. I'm trying to sound like your dad here, but you literally do. So just find that method, find that advice, pay for it if you're able to, because that's going to be the quickest route, and then apply it, refine, review. Apply it, refine, review. Did it work? Why did it work? Did it not work? Why did it not work? How can you fix it? On and on and on, okay? I'll do one more. Should you try and rescue a friend who has been convinced that network marketing is the answer? I hate doing that, but they put it in quotations. Even though they possess none of the skills or relationships required to succeed. Okay, so that sounds like someone who has a little bit of knowledge in network marketing, right? Typically your mean friends who want to just dissuade you, they're kind of like, it's a scam, it's a scheme. But that person's saying there are skills such as and relationships required, and they're correct. But just because someone lacks that right now doesn't mean your friend cannot learn those things, cannot cultivate relationships, especially again with the internet. I started in network marketing. I gave I invited over 1,000 people. 328 finally said yes, I'll take a look at a presentation. 0 of them said yes to me. 0 of them said yes. So I had people like yourself saying you should quit. It's not going to work for you. You've given it a good go. Why don't you try something else? But I knew that there was something I was missing. I knew that there were other people who were creating success, who a lot of them more talented than me, but not all of them. And I knew I would outwork all of them anyway. I knew that I got a practical brain. We got strengths and weaknesses. I thought if I can play to my strengths, I can make this work for me. Why is it not working? I started to ask better questions, and I did what I just advised the lady to do in the previous question. I found some people who were building a network marketing business successfully in an alternative way than what I was being taught. Everybody was like, you got to go face to face, belly to belly. The only way you're going to do it is that way. Invite, present, close, promote, blah, blah. And I was like, I see some people over here doing it on the internet. They're out and about signing, and I was with some of those people sometimes. I was with them and they would be like, here's a sign up. And I'm like, but you're not speaking to anybody. How did that person sign up now when we're sat here having lunch? I don't get that. I thought you'd have to be there, or at least on the phone. And they were like, no. You can put in place a system that does what you would do, and then just point people to that system. And it doesn't convert quite as highly as doing one-on-one does, but overall, you get much bigger numbers, because one-on-one means in most people, when they're working a full-time job, even part-time, even if they're full-time in network marketing, travel, driving, appointments, missed appointments, you're going some if you do 3 or 4 presentations a day. Now that system can do thousands of presentations a day. So let's say that, what do you want? Do you want 25% of 4 people, or do you want 10% of 1,000? You want 10% of 1,000, right? That's way more. That's 100 people compared to, what was it, 1 or 2. So one is linear, the other one is multiplied and leveraged. So the person, maybe you're thinking, oh, they need to learn how to do this, and this. The game has moved on. The internet has changed the world, the way all business is done, including network marketing. That person can definitely learn the skills by finding someone like myself or whoever else they connect with in network marketing. And they can definitely learn how to cultivate relationships in a non-traditional way and go faster than maybe you ever did if you tried it and didn't work. I don't think you're rescuing them. I can see you're trying to be a good friend, perhaps is what I'm taking from this. You feel like you're trying to stop them avoiding pain. But, sometimes pain is good. Sometimes pain allows somebody to check themselves and be like, okay, what do I really want in life? Who do I really want to be? The process of the pain that I went through, those 328 presentations, of all those people telling me no, of having to look at myself and think, why am I not someone who wants to say yes to? How can I be someone who people say yes to? What can I learn to make me do that? The money is great, don't get me wrong. The lifestyle is great, don't get me wrong. But what has been the biggest payoff has been 2 things. Number 1, the time I've been able to invest in the people I care about. But number 2, the version of myself that I've been able to become. I'm not the finished article by any means. I'm progressing all the time. But who I am now, from where I was back then, it's a different guy. Everything in my life is better. And even if I didn't have any money, if I lost everything, I would be annoyed. Of course I would. It's 8 years of work. But I'd be confident I would get it all back super quick. Because you can't take my skills. You plonk me anywhere, I'm the same. Everywhere you go, there you are. Right? You think if you took Microsoft off Bill Gates, he wouldn't be a billionaire again before the end of his lifetime? I would put good money that he would, if he chose he wanted to be. Jeff Bezos, all these people who create this success, they don't drop on it by luck. It's step by step, it's yard by yard, it's mistake by mistake, it's knowledge by knowledge, skill by skill. They have a formula, an understanding of themselves, and a level of value and skill set that you could put them into anything, and you would straight away go, who is that guy? Something about him. Or who is that girl? Something about her. So you're not rescuing them. You may in fact be hindering them. Okay? Support them. And if you don't feel like you can support them, don't detract them. You've probably said your piece. If they've asked for it, then fair enough. If they haven't asked for your opinion, then keep it to yourself. If you've never created success in network marketing, you don't really have any business getting yourself into their business, is my personal opinion. So anyway, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. I think that's enough for today. I hope you gained value. Did you have a favorite question? Something like a favorite answer that has helped you? The principle behind it, the answer if you did. If you've got something you want me to answer for you, stick it in the comments. If you like the video, then like the video. And if you are a network marketer like myself, you want to build a home business, you can go to richardmatharoo.com/YouTube. That is a web class that I'm holding any day now, and you'll be able to do that, register for that for free. I'm going to cover the 3 things, there may even be a bonus 4th, the 3 things that I really feel you should focus on if you want to build success as a network marketer. Like, especially the metrics, you need to track these, because when you track them, they get done. When they get done, you create results. 2-step funnel that I've always used to be able to get new leads and signups, and something that I always do that 6 to 7 figure earner taught me that always gets me signed up in sales. I'm going to give you all of that for free. Any network marketer in any company, it works. I'll even give you the slides on a workbook so you can use that information in your own company. richardmatharoo.com/YouTube. Nearly 15 minutes. My goodness, that's flown by. I love to talk and I love giving advice, practical advice that works in the field, so go and apply it. Go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.